This is Calibos, and I am playing Enigmatica 2. So, I clearly am an idiot, and I didn't know what I was playing last time. I so marked it on my title. Not sure why I screwed that up, but I did. Anyway, so you'll notice that we now have some buildings out here. I have also updated mine colonies, and this is cool. This is basically the building chest, the center or the heart of the building as far as mine colonies is concerned, for a smeltery. So I've never built one of these, and we're going to see how it works. This is a cowboy's hut, and you know, like it says, it is all about people who take care of cows. So we'll see how that goes. I actually went and fetched some cows. You probably heard them mooing. And I have them indoors right now, which is terribly unsanitary, but I haven't had any complaints yet from them. Not the cows, the people. There were two of them. I do not know where the other one has gone. So, I will look for that in a second. On a positive note, you'll notice that we have delivery people, and they are, in fact, actually delivering things. This is a giant plus. It has saved me a lot of work. And to show you how much work it has saved me, we're going to come over here. Oh, here's the other cow. Strange. I'll move back in a second. So I noticed that we were kind of like having all the guards cluster over there. So now we have guards over here. And hopefully we'll sort that out. Hopefully they will defend this part of the base. So everything over here is, let's see, I think the barracks itself is level 3. They still had the problem with these are monster eggs sort of deal. Oh yeah, underground thing. So I've fixed that. Well, I cheated them in. What are you waiting for? We're also waiting for this stuff. I don't know. So you'll notice that the chests for the towers has changed too, and I kind of like this actually. So at some point we will get this one done. It's not an emergency, but it will need to be done. I have noticed that the barbarians are starting to get a little bit stronger. We'll pick you up and put you back over there. And I have concerns that we are going to be overwhelmed soon. So that is why I'm doing that. In the near future, I'm probably going to upgrade the builder's hut, but I'm going to wait for them to deal with these. Because I would like them to be finding leather for me instead of me having to go out and fetch it every once in a while. So the cowboy's hut is pretty simple. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Cowboy's hut. Very simple. It's raw beef, planks, and the building tool. And smeltery was simply an iron ingot, the building tool, and stuff. And you'll notice that the lumberjack's hut, it has changed as well. It's drowned 292 minus 145. What the heck is that? How did they drown? Who was Ashton? So let's go check that out really quick. So 292, 61 minus 145. So minus 145, what is it? Here. 292 that way. Around here. Yep, must have been a lumberjack, probably. Oh, that's annoying. Lumberjack was actually fairly high level too. Well, look at my food. Alright, there we go. So what else can we ditch? We can ditch that. So hopefully that will help. Honestly, I need to come back and seal this up. But yeah, that was probably the lumberjack. Who are you? You are the new lumberjack. How? Here you go, new lumberjack. Have some stuff. Do you feel better? There you go. Rock on with your bad self. You are very happy. But this is everybody's day off. I forgot about that. Anyway, you'll notice that we have been expanding the, or I have been expanding because they haven't been doing a lot. But we've been expanding this. I don't know if you'll recall, but the purpose for expanding this was to, let's trash those. We have a lot. So we are working on sales. So any stick and industrial hemp. Let's see how many of these we got. Science. So we have one. All right, go us. Actually need to make a windmill, don't we? So if we need 8 of these, that means we need 32 treated sticks and 24 planks. Alright, so that's that. And then with these, we'll get an ingot, 1 windmill. Now, windmills do not produce power on their own. They also need an immersive engineering. We need a kinetic dynamo. Kinetic dynamo. So, 2 redstone, 3 iron ingots, and copper coil block. So this would be 8 LV wire coils, and that would be copper wire, 4 copper wire. So we'll need 32 copper wire and some sticks. So let's look into copper wire. So we need 32 plates, and each plate is 32 So 32 copper ingots. This is going to be quick. So 32 copper ingots. We can do this with shears. Alright, looks like we have just about everything we need then. So let's throw down for this. Copper plates. Shears. Alright. So now we have that. How about kinetic dynamo, coils, boom, boom. Ooh, I made extra. Go me. Let's go get some redstone. So, before we get the redstone, I want to show you this. This is, in my mind, fairly cool. Now, he's not doing anything right now, but the miner, he's now level 3, has gotten all the way down to Y level 14. And if you'll look, I went away so fast, but he has 16 nodes down there. Now, what that means is he has been mining like a madman. So we'll cruise all the way down here. Does it say 16 on this side? 16 nodes. So this one... Wow, he is... Apparently he doesn't take days off. That's cool. Everybody else is doing whatever, but he is doing his thing. So you'll notice that I gave him a diamond pick. And the reason I gave him a diamond pick, do I have a crafting table on a stick? The reason I gave him a diamond pick, nice, is he, A, needs to dig a lot, B, a lot of the stuff that he's picking up is fairly high level actually. See, I can't do it with an iron pick. What is dripping down? Maybe that is also destabilized redstone. Crazy. But if I check his inventory really quick, yeah, see he's got a lot of cobblestone. Okay, so the dev null does not work for him. That's unfortunate. But he's picking up iron, amber, cinnabar, platinum, then infused ore. So it's been a bit. I mean, he's picking up all sorts of cool stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna check this all out. He's dug all of this out. So, what would be very cool, and I don't know if they do this, but what would be cool is if the guards would come down and, like, rescue him if he gets in trouble. Because I'm sure that there are monsters and spiders down below. Clearly there must be, right? Because that's where I always run into them. And this cow just gets around. Some of that stuff left over from the guard. But Yeah, I mean, there must be stuff down there. So I really hope that the guards are able to intervene when he needs it. But yeah, he's got platinum and lapis and all sorts of cool things. He's been picking up coal, aluminum. Here's some redstone. There's a lot of redstone. Yeah, see? We'll pick up the kinetic dynamo. Oh, now we have a kinetic dynamo. So our next step is it's getting dark. And while we're not as worried about everybody dying during the dark, it is more likely that it happens. So it's better for me to sleep still. Gets everybody back to work faster. So if we want to have power coming down, let's see, how many of these sails did we make? So remember, we're going to need a couple more of these. So I have 53 hemp. So as I was saying, if we want to actually make use of the power that we get, we have to direct it to a place that is convenient for us, rather than just leaving it all at the windmill. What that means is that we need a way to move power. And in immersive engineering, I should not have gotten rid of all of that fabric. All of the hemp. Fortunately, getting this hemp going and updating the pack is the reason that, it was a little irregular as far as me uploading new stuff. But I think at this point we've got that sorted. So, this doesn't, the windmill doesn't produce a lot of power. So at this point, all we need is low voltage, which would be LV in immersive engineering. So we're going to need some LV wire connectors and some LV wire relays, and we're going to need LV wire coil. Now, I prefer to make insulated coil, even though it's one more step, because, as I recall telling you, the insulated coil doesn't electrocute you when you touch it. And the uninsulated coil does. And since, I prefer not to be electrocuted for some strange reason, we will make the stuff that doesn't electrocute me. Some mysterious reason. We need clay. Or not clay, gravel. Because if they're calling for it, they don't have it. So let's go to the swamp. So I found a lot of good resources here. Now I seem to recall that there is clay underground. There's also gravel underground, but clearly he's not finding any at this moment. So that is less than helpful. There are biomes that have a lot of gravel, but I haven't been to any of those yet. And once we get a little bit further in immersive engineering, and I think that I've decided that I'm going to go further in immersive engineering than just like the power. Bees! Protect them, they'll save the world. I think I've decided to go a little bit further in immersive engineering than I think that I was planning to originally, just, to do it. We're we're gonna have like giant, loud, rumbling engines of doom that do weird stuff for us. It's a very red tree. Another thing that I would like to do is I'm actually going to set aside an episode for that. I'm not wearing any armor right now, and I now actually have the extra resources to make armor. Wow, where's all the gravel at? Let's try a different spot. What have I got? How about magical forest? This is actually where I got the cows. Now we're talking. I think that looks like gravel. So now I have the wherewithal to make armor. In fact, I've been making it for the villagers. Okay, so let's go home. Wait, you're delivering. Maybe I should not have given it to Gavin. Come back here, Gavin. It was a mistake. A terrible mistake. A terrible mistake. So the path used to go in a little crook there. I got tired of making it, so I straightened it out, but they still like not doing that, so that is the way that life is now. I don't know. So you require cobblestone slab, which I'm not sure that they can make for you. Stairs, which they can't make. Did I teach them how to make a crafting table? I can't remember. Quests. Definitely they have doors. Anyway, that can all wait. So let's talk about cool things like cabling. So I'm not sure exactly where I wanted to put this. By the way, I did discover conclusive evidence that the magical water here does in fact convert trees into these wisdom wood logs. Now I am going to experiment, and I wanted to mention it before I actually did this. I'm going to put down 2 oak saplings and see what happens. So I'm going to put them here. Mustn't touch the water. And there. Alright. So with luck, those will convert, and I will prove to myself that I have a source of that when and if I need it. Throw those seeds away. At some point, I will begin collecting these seeds because you can turn them into oil and stuff, and that is good. You'll notice that I have been collecting creosote oil. I have a lot of coal coke and stuff. Copper. We'll have to throw down for some more copper. I'm hoping that when I get the smelter going, that they will double ores. No guarantees, but I'm hoping. Alright, so we'll do this. So now we have that. And then for this, we're going to take insulated wire coils. And then we're going to make a recipe for that. We need sticks. We can do sticks. Okay, we're going to do this. Got a couple more sticks. All right, we are rolling. So recipe for this. So now we have insulated wire. We need one more of those. It's good enough for the moment. So the next thing we need is we need an LV connector and an LV relay. So the difference between these two is this actually inputs and outputs power, and this carries power. This can connect to only a very few things. I'm not sure what the limit is. It might be 2 or 3 things. And this can connect to up to 8, I believe. So this requires copper ingots and some terracotta, which is just cooked clay. And this requires 2 copper ingots and some more terracotta. So let's throw some of this junk in here because, I can. Throw that there, throw that there. One of the things that I am attempting to accomplish as we go is to slowly move. Oh, we have terracotta. Sweet. I could mislead you guys and tell you that I put it there on purpose, but I really didn't. I have no idea why it's there. Let's get the nighttime done. All right. One of the other benefits to having a shepherd or something like that is, if you look here, you'll notice that my diet has been suffering. Not enough dairy, not enough protein. These are things that cows make, so hoping that it helps. Terracotta. Sweet. So we're going to come over here and we're going to make this. And we'll make the connectors, we'll make 8. And then the relays, we're going to make 32. Now you can actually have these fairly distant from each other, but there is a practical limit on how far they can be without a power loss and actually being able to connect them. I seem to recall that you can only connect them 14 blocks, 16 blocks, something like that. Could be wrong. So let's make another bucket really quick because I'm not sure where my bucket went, and this one is effectively out of commission. Oh, that was a little creepy. No, there's my bucket. Alright. So there's a source of water over here that is kind of annoying to me. We will go grab some of it. So I'm not planning on having anything placed roughly in this area. So for the moment, this is as good a spot as any. And here's the plan. I am going to shamelessly abuse the fact that we can teleport. 7, 8. So, connector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Connector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Connector. Now, one of the interesting things about these is the higher you go, the more power they get. There is an upper limit, of course. 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. See, I'm completely an idiot. Okay, so let's do this again. Okay, so the thing that I screwed up was these are actually supposed to be relays, not connectors. Alright, so let's try this again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oop, wrong one. So up here, I'm not as worried about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do that. Connect it. Connect another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Connect that. Throw down that. And you'll see that they now are connected with wires. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that and that. I think this is probably high enough, so torches. In case I wish to expand this platform later. So we're going to throw a torch down because, as you can see, stuff can spawn. That is bad. And then we're going to make the kinetic dynamo. It's going to come off here. Which way is it going? Okay, so I believe that that is the section that the blade goes on. So we're going to throw the blade down. Oh. Wire relay. We're going to do this. And we're going to take the coil. Okay, we're actually going to use the insulated coil here. Okay, it does not like that. So we'll do that, and we'll do that, and we'll do relay. Connect that. Now we need the connector. Attach the connector. Relay, relay. So this should now be pumping power through there. And we have a sail. So we'll connect the sail. There we go. So let us go to the bottom now, after we set a waypoint. This would be windmill, tower, save. I know, this is not very attractive. Just a freaking cobblestone thing up there. I'm gonna do a relay there. Relay to relay. Wait. Relay. To there. The idea is I may actually take that underground and run my power underground. Just a block or two. And then pull it up where I need it. Do I need to fix this? But anyway, that's power. As you saw, it's fairly simple. It will go faster as I get more sails, and we'll get more power. On the next episode, I'm probably going to throw down for some armor, and then go investigate that dungeon. We'll see what happens with that. I'm also going to try and finish the sails so that we have proper power, and I'm going to look into power storage. So we'll see what options we come up with as far as that. If I can, I'm going to stay in immersive engineering. Hopefully by then I will have these two buildings finished. And that's that. So, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you don't. Maybe tell me why, and I'll see about doing something different. Alright. Have a good night.